All right, hello everyone and welcome back. Sitting down with Brett from Trinity Financial. We're starting to wrap up the month of June here, and our topic this month has been about divorce later in life.
Yes.
So today we are talking about Social Security. We were just talking about how much you and I talk about this. But,
Social Security.
Yeah, right? We're talking about Social Security spousal benefits. So
right.
I kind of like to ask this question sometimes when we're having these topics, but what is the most overlooked opportunities when it comes to that?
So again, we're talking about late life divorce.
Yeah.
And we've talked about the income. We talked about that last week. But Social Security is the base, whether just a normal retirement, but especially in a divorce, we have to determine what's going to be available for Social Security, because the whole life they had planned on having 2 Social Security checks.
Yeah.
Well, now it could be cut in half. So the first thing that we have to have for to do the Social Security planning is we have to know what the benefit, the full retirement benefit is of the highest wage earner. Okay.
Okay.
So again, it's statistic, and I don't like to be sexist on this because it doesn't always play out. But late in life divorce, usually the man has the highest wage earner, and his benefit is higher. So we want to make sure that the divorcee, the woman,
Okay.
is not entitled to a spousal benefit.
Interesting.
Because if they are,
Okay.
that helps with the planning.
If they are,
Yes.
it does help with it.
Well, yeah, because it gives them a higher benefit.
Interesting. So can you explain to me what about, I was kind of reading about it in the basic eligibility rules and how, the divorced spouse
Right.
may qualify for those benefits.
So the marriage had to last for 10 years.
Okay.
Okay. If they're going to file for the benefits, they are entitled to a spousal benefit, because to take a step back, in order to get the spousal benefit, the higher wage earner has to be collecting their benefit.
Okay.
When they're married. If they get divorced, if they've been divorced for 2 years, the lower wage earner can be entitled to a spousal benefit.
Right.
So that's something that they don't think of, because the lower wage earner usually just looks at their benefit statement and say, this is what I'm going to get. Okay. So it's very, very important. 10 years, had they been divorced more than 2 years, and had they remarried. If they remarried, they're not eligible for the spousal benefit.
Interesting. So if I'm understanding this correctly, so an ex-spouse, does claiming an ex-spouse benefit reduce the other spouse's benefit?
It does not.
Does not. Okay, now I'm understanding
Yeah,
that.
they can't even. They don't even know that their ex is receiving a spousal benefit, because it's just entitled to them through the Social Security benefits.
And that was just going to be my next question, is asking if the ex-spouse knows. And so they don't know.
They don't know.
Got it. And so what about some potential benefits if you claim at the full retirement age?
So waiting until full retirement age usually increases your benefit by 27% individually, and you get more of a spousal benefit. So again, when they're married, we can do the planning, and both of them are usually in agreement.
Right.
Now we've got divorce. The divorcee is trying to maximize their benefit. We can't prevent the higher wage earner from when they're going to collect their benefit. So they may collect their benefit early, which reduces that spousal benefit. So that's a drawback.
Okay. And again,
there's no way for us to know that until they go to file for their benefit.
Yeah, and you beat me right to it, because that was going to be my next question, was those common mistakes claiming too early. I know I kind of ask that question a lot sometimes, so that is a common issue.
It's a common mistake, because a lot of times they'll claim their benefit out of panic.
Okay, yeah, that would make sense.
And they don't look at the long-term effect, because they're looking at the here and now. How are we going to survive?
Right.
Not knowing that if we can take a look. Remember 3 weeks ago we talked about the quadro and the splitting of assets.
Yes. Yep.
If we can have some of those assets fill the gap, give them a chance to defer their Social Security benefit just so they get a higher benefit.
Yeah, and it could sound like a load of information, but Trinity, always
We're
there
here
to
to
help
help,
you.
yes.
Absolutely. So again, as always, that number is there on your screen to call Trinity Financial, or you can visit their website, or maybe just stop by in person and go say hi to Brett, and he can help you whenever you need. But again, as always, I'd love to thank you for coming on. It's always
Thanks,
a pleasure
Alyssa.
talking to you, and we will be back just after this quick break.